Anna walks fast, her head slightly down. Her arms hold her baby close. The baby is wrapped in a faded blue blanket, his face hidden from the rain. Anna's jacket is thin, not enough for the cold, and her hair sticks to her cheeks. Her shoes are old and soft at the soles, letting water in with every step. She passes a bus stop where two men smoke under a plastic roof. They glance at her but say nothing. A delivery bike speeds past, splashing water over her jeans. She doesn't react. She just keeps walking. Halfway down the block, a small restaurant stands out. Its wide glass windows glow with warm yellow light. Inside, people sit at wooden tables, eating slowly, talking in low voices. Outside, under a wide metal awning, a few tables are set on the sidewalk. Most are empty. At one of them, a man sits alone. He is in his 40s, with dark hair neatly combed back. A well-fitted navy suit covers his frame. A gold watch on his wrist catches the light from a street lamp. A pair of sunglasses rests on his face, even though the sky is dark. His posture is relaxed, one arm resting on the back of the chair. Anna notices him without meaning to. He is different from everyone else in the street. Dry, still, unaffected by the weather. The kind of man who seems to belong somewhere else entirely. She slows down as she reaches the edge of the restaurant's awning. The rain is heavy now, and she is grateful for a second of shelter. She steps just far enough to avoid the water dripping from the awning's edge. The man does not move, but she can feel his presence. Her eyes pass over him quickly, as if afraid to hold his gaze. She looks instead at the tables, the plates of steaming food inside, the warm light spilling onto the wet pavement. The baby shifts in her arms, making a small sound. Anna adjusts the blanket, tucking it under his chin. The man's head turns slightly, just enough to notice the motion. He stays silent. From inside, a waiter walks out carrying a tray. He sets a cup of coffee down on the empty table next to hers. Steam rises from it. The smell is rich and bitter. Anna watches the steam for a moment. Her hands are cold. Her stomach tightens, not from hunger but from the weight of everything. Rent due in 2 weeks, groceries running low, no babysitter for tomorrow's shift. She glances at the coffee again. The man is now looking at the street. His face is calm, almost bored. She doesn't know why, but she steps toward the table. The chair is empty. The coffee is hot in her hands. She drinks slowly. The warmth spreads through her fingers, up her arms. She finishes it before the cold can return. The man hasn't moved. She sets the cup back on the table, pulls her jacket tight, and steps back into the rain. As she walks away, she does not look back, but her mind keeps replaying the image of the man under the awning, the watch flashing in the light, the stillness of his posture. The rain keeps falling, but her steps feel different now. Something about that moment stays with her, though she cannot name it. The next morning starts before the sun. Anna wakes to the sound of traffic outside the window and the weight of her baby's small body pressed against her side. The apartment is one room, with a small kitchen in the corner and a mattress on the floor. The air smells faintly of damp clothes. She moves carefully so she doesn't wake him. The blanket slips a little, and she tucks it back under his chin. Her knees ache as she gets up. She puts water in a pot and sets it on the small stove. The gas flame is weak, taking time to boil. From the top shelf, she pulls down a jar with only a little coffee left. She measures it carefully, enough for 1 cup. She pours into a chipped mug and drinks standing up, eyes half closed. The heat helps her feel awake. She glances at the clock on the wall. The numbers are faded, but she knows it's almost 6. She needs to leave by 7 for the bus. Her shift at the bakery starts at 8, and the owner doesn't like anyone being late. Anna changes into jeans and a sweater. She wraps her baby in the same blue blanket from the night before. There's no stroller. It broke months ago. She carries him everywhere. Her arms are used to the weight, though her shoulders ache at night. On the way to the bus stop, she passes the same restaurant from the night before. The awning is dry now. The table's empty. The man is not there. She keeps walking. The bakery smells of fresh bread when she arrives. She sets her baby in a small corner behind the counter on a folded blanket. He sleeps while she works. She ties her apron, washes her hands, and starts arranging bread rolls in baskets. Customers begin to arrive. Office workers, students, people on their way to work. She serves them quickly, smiling out of habit. Around noon, the baby wakes. She feeds him from a bottle she keeps in her bag. She eats a small bread roll herself, standing behind the counter. The hours pass slowly, and her feet grow heavy. By the end of the day, her back is stiff, and her hands smell of flour. She picks up her baby, ties the apron in a knot, and leaves. The sun is low. She walks past the restaurant again. This time, the man is there. Same table, same posture. A coffee cup in front of him. His suit is a lighter color today, but still perfect. She notices the same gold watch on his wrist. Anna steps slow again, without her meaning to. She keeps moving, but she feels his gaze follow her for a moment. At home, she sets the baby on the mattress and changes his diaper. She heats a small pot of soup. She eats while sitting on the floor, leaning against the wall. The next day is the same. And the day after that, work, bus rides, rain or sun. But the image of the man at the restaurant keeps returning to her mind at random times, while washing dishes at the bakery, while rocking her baby to sleep, while folding laundry. A week later, she passes the restaurant again, and he is there. Only this time his chair is angled slightly toward the street, as if waiting for something. Anna doesn't stop, but her heart beats faster as she walks away. She doesn't know why. 2 more days pass. Anna keeps noticing the man at the restaurant. Sometimes he is reading something on his phone. Sometimes he just watches the street. He never seems in a hurry. His coffee cup is always on the table, untouched for long stretches, as if he doesn't care if it gets cold. One afternoon, Anna leaves the bakery later than usual. A delivery truck had blocked the alley, delaying her. She's tired and carrying her baby, whose eyes are heavy with sleep. The sun is setting, the air turning cooler. As she approaches the restaurant, she sees the man again. This time, something is different. He is not alone. A waiter stands next to him, saying something. The man nods, then looks in her direction. Anna keeps walking, but after a few steps, she hears the sound of shoes on the pavement behind her. She feels a shadow at her side. It's the waiter, holding something wrapped in paper. He extends it toward her with a short gesture, and then steps back toward the restaurant before she can say anything. In her hands, the paper is warm. She unwraps it as she walks. Inside is a sandwich, still fresh. The bread is soft, and the smell makes her realize she hasn't eaten since morning. She hesitates, looking over her shoulder. The man is watching from his chair, the faintest trace of a smile on his face. That night, Anna eats the sandwich at home. Sitting on the floor, her baby sleeps beside her. She wonders why he sent it, what he wants. She tells herself it's nothing, just a gesture. But deep inside, a small part of her feels seen in a way she hasn't in a long time. The next day, she tries to ignore the restaurant as she passes, but her eyes drift to the tables. He's there. This time, there is no waiter, no food sent her way. Just a look, calm and steady. A few days later, something happens that forces more contact. On her way home, the rain starts without warning. Heavy, sudden. She has no umbrella, only the thin blue blanket over her baby's head. The street floods in minutes. She sees a restaurant ahead, lights glowing warm inside. She moves toward the small awning to shelter for a moment. When she stops under it, she feels the weight of someone's gaze. The man is at his usual table, close enough to see the drops of rain sliding down her hair. His cup is steaming. His suit is dry. A waiter appears again, this time with a folded umbrella. He offers it to her without a word and disappears inside. Anna holds it awkwardly. She waits until the rain slows, then leaves, carrying the umbrella with her. Over the next week, the pattern changes. Sometimes when she passes, there's a small package left on the edge of the table nearest the street. A coffee in a paper cup, a pastry, once even a small carton of milk for her baby. The man never says anything, never approaches, never breaks the quiet routine. Then, one late afternoon, as she leaves work, she finds herself stopping near the restaurant without meaning to. Her baby is restless, and she tries to calm him. She feels a presence nearby and looks up. The man is standing now, not sitting. He gestures slightly toward the empty chair across from him, then steps back to his seat. Anna's heart races. She hesitates for a long moment before walking over. She sits down, placing her baby on her lap. A waiter brings a glass of water for her, without being asked. The man studies her with calm eyes. There is no impatience, no arrogance. He simply sits, as if content that she's there. The street noise fills the silence between them. After a while, she stands, nods once, and leaves. Something has shifted. The days grow warmer. Anna notices that she now looks for him without realizing it. On her way home from the bakery, her steps slow as she nears the restaurant. Sometimes he is there, sometimes not. On the days when the table is empty, she feels an odd emptiness, like a scene missing from her routine. One Friday evening, the street is crowded. People spill out of shops, carrying bags, hurrying before the weekend. Anna weaves through them, her baby shifting in her arms. She sees the restaurant ahead. The man is there, but this time he is not wearing his usual suit. He is in a simple shirt, sleeves rolled up. His sunglasses rest on the table. As she passes, he signals the waiter again. A small bag is handed to her, heavier than usual. At home, she opens it to find food enough for 2 days. Bread, fruit, even a small jar of honey. She stares at it for a long time, unsure how to feel. The next morning, she wakes to find her baby's fever higher than the night before. Panic builds fast. The local clinic is overcrowded, and the line stretches outside. Anna waits for hours, her baby in her arms, his small head hot against her shoulder. The nurses move quickly, but she feels invisible among so many. Late in the afternoon, she leaves the clinic, exhausted. She heads home through the same street, but halfway there she has to stop. Her legs feel weak. The restaurant is only a block away. She tells herself she won't stop, but when she reaches it, she finds herself under the awning again. The man sees her. His expression changes slightly, still calm, but sharper now, as if he is reading her face. He speaks quietly to the waiter, who disappears inside. Minutes later, a car pulls up to the curb. It's black, spotless, and expensive. The driver steps out, opens the back door, and gestures for her to get in. Anna hesitates, clutching her baby. She looks at the man. He nods once, slow and certain, as if telling her it's safe. She climbs into the car. The driver takes her to a private clinic across town. The staff is waiting. There is no line, no paperwork that delays them. A doctor examines her baby immediately. Medicine is given. Instructions are explained. The fever begins to break by evening. Anna sits in the quiet, sterile room, her baby sleeping more peacefully. She doesn't know how the man arranged it, but she knows he did. The driver takes her home when the sun is gone, the city glowing with street lights. From that night, things change faster. The man begins leaving envelopes with small amounts of money inside, always discreet, always left where she can find them without anyone else noticing. Anna uses them to pay late bills, buy better food, and fix the leaking sink in her apartment. One afternoon, she is leaving work when she sees the man waiting, not at the restaurant, but near the bakery door. He is holding a folder. Without a word, he hands it to her and steps back. Inside, she finds papers for a small apartment in a quieter neighborhood. The rent is already paid for 6 months. Anna stands on the street holding the folder, unable to move for a long time. She feels the weight of what he has done, but also the strangeness of it. She has never asked for anything. Yet, every step, he has given more. She visits the apartment that weekend. It is clean, with a window that lets in sunlight most of the day. Her baby laughs in the empty rooms. Anna knows her life is changing in ways she couldn't have imagined weeks ago. But she also knows that nothing is free, and she does not yet understand why he is doing this. That thought stays with her as summer comes. Summer settles in fully. The days are hot, the streets busier than ever. Anna moves into the new apartment. The first nights feel strange, too quiet compared to her old neighborhood, but the safety is undeniable. She can walk home without glancing over her shoulder. Her baby sleeps without waking to the noise of shouting outside. Still, she keeps thinking about him. Weeks pass, and she doesn't see him at the restaurant. She wonders if he is traveling, or if his part of her life is finished now that she is stable. She feels both relieved and uneasy at the idea. One late afternoon, as she leaves the bakery, she spots a familiar figure seated at the same table as always. The sight stops her in her tracks. He is in his usual suit, sunglasses on, the picture control. She walks past slowly. This time, instead of a gesture to the waiter, he stands. She notices something different. His movements are slower, more deliberate. He steps toward her, stopping just close enough that the street noise seems to fade. He hands her a small envelope. She hesitates before taking it. Inside is a single sheet of paper. It's not money. It's a photograph. The picture is old, its edges worn. It shows a young woman holding a baby on a sunlit street. Her clothes are simple, her expression tired but warm. Behind her is a man, much younger, without gray in his hair, holding a bag of groceries and looking at her in a way that says he belongs there. Anna stares at the photo, confused. She looks up at him, waiting. He removes his sunglasses for the first time. His eyes are calm but tired, as if they carry years of something unspoken. She realizes the woman in the photo is not her, but she sees the resemblance. The man explains, without words, only through a quiet nod toward the picture, that long ago someone had helped his own mother in the same way. She understands this is not charity. This is a debt being paid forward. The man's hand brushes the edge of the envelope as if telling her to keep it. Then he steps back, returns to his seat, and turns his face toward the street again. Anna walks away holding the photo. She feels the weight of it, heavier than any money he has given her. She knows now that his kindness was not random. It came from a place of memory, of wanting to honor what had once been given to him. From that day, she stops wondering if she owes him something. She decides she will pass it on someday, to someone else who needs it. She doesn't know when or how, but she knows the moment will come. Months later, she is at the bakery when she sees a young mother outside, struggling with a crying child and a bag of groceries that is split open on the sidewalk. Anna bends down, starts picking up the fallen apples, and without thinking, offers to buy her a coffee. It's a small gesture, but as the woman smiles in relief, Anna feels something stir inside her. She realizes this is how it begins, one act at a time, moving forward through the years. The photo stays in her new apartment, framed on a shelf. It reminds her daily that kindness can outlive the people who first gave it. And as she watches her own child grow, she knows she will keep that chain unbroken for as long as she can.